Stand for the pledge, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everyone. This is Monday, August 18th. If you have any questions or comments during these proceedings, come up to this microphone over here and tell us what your name and address is. Before we vote on anything, I'll give you a chance to speak. And under public comment number 10, obviously, we'll give you 3 minutes there. Can I have the roll call, please?
Mayor Cedar?
Here.
Councilmember Goller?
Here.
Councilmember Kupa?
Here.
Councilmember Laporte?
Here.
Councilmember Paul?
Present.
Councilmember Bowles?
Here.
Councilmember Westrick?
Here.
All present.
Thank you. Order number 4, consent agenda A is the City Council minutes of August 4th, 2025, special and regular meetings. Recommendation approved. B is Planning Commission minutes of May 14th, 2025, meeting recommendation received, and the Golf Commission minutes of July 8th, 2025, meeting recommendation received.
Motion to approve A through C as presented.
Support. I have a question,
Any
Mr. Mayor, if I could, real quick.
Yes.
There, in the Planning Commission meetings, it mentions a traffic control study and a sewer water study. Is that something that's come across for us yet, that they've requested that from us? Is that something that you've seen yet, Steve, or any?
I have not. I'm
Okay.
not familiar with that.
So they did mention that in the planning, in that meeting minutes, so it's something that we might want to consider doing. I think it's related to the project on Kearney Drive.
Isn't that something they already did with the subdivision across the street?
Perhaps, but they're looking for the results from it at the very least, so that may be something we need to follow up with planning on.
Okay.
I don't know if that was there a traffic study completed
I
for that
can-
subdivision?
I would bet money that they talked about when they were building that subdivision across the street. Mr.
Yeah.
Kinsvater asked for a street study. I don't know if they did it, or if they did, why were they getting the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody else? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 5, Resolution 2513, nuisance resolution. Mr. Downey.
Your Honor, before you and members of council is a proposed resolution concerning property at 1504 South Riverside Avenue. It's been the subject of a code enforcement complaint for nearly 2.5 years. I believe October of 23 was when the first contact with the property owner began. There is a structure that is set up in the driveway of this property, which is impermissible. And despite many attempts, I know that Mr. Bishop, as the superintendent, went and met with the property owner in an attempt to get the matter resolved. It's simply, there simply hasn't been any action taken. So pursuant to our ordinance, council, if it were to declare this property a nuisance, would authorize the city attorney to begin an enforcement action against the property owner if the property is not brought into compliance within 21 days of today's date. I can report that I got a phone message from the property owner last Thursday in which she indicated her willingness to comply in the hope that this matter would not be considered at tonight's meeting. I left messages with her on Friday and again this morning. Haven't been able to speak with her as a follow-up, but I indicated to her that it would not be the position of council to table the consideration of the resolution for the reason that it gives the council leverage to make sure that she follows through on her promise. But that if in fact she is sincere about bringing her property into compliance, tonight's resolution would have no impact. So that's what's before you tonight, and if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Well, what's your process look like?
Well, she'd have 21 days if adopted to, and we would just send out Mr. Littenkoff to make sure that everything's been brought into compliance and the nuisance has been abated. And if it doesn't happen within 21 days, the city would would be granting the city attorney the authority to file a complaint in the circuit court, where it would be assigned to one of 2 circuit court judges, and we would ask the court to order the cessation of the violation. And you'll note in the resolution, the costs of the enforcement action would be charged back to the property owner under our single lot assessment ordinance. So there would be a great incentive for the property owner to bring the property into compliance before it got to that point.
Do those costs begin to concur to the owner upon this resolution then?
upon the enforcement action if necessary. So
Okay.
she's still going to be within a 21-day grace period after tonight if
Okay.
the resolution were adopted.
Well, I know that, like, Quentin went down there, and it's been a couple of years on this thing. If we're gonna have ordinances, either we enforce them or we get rid of them, but, I mean, I think this is just something we have to do. That's where I'm at with it.
The 21 days start today?
Yes, I would ask Ms. Sturdy for a certified copy of the resolution. She'll probably send it to me electronically tomorrow, and I would forward that to the property owner, indicating that the resolution was indeed adopted, and that she's going to have until, I think it would be the end of the month, maybe the beginning of September, excuse me, to bring the property into compliance, or else the city would take its next step.
I'll make a motion to pass.
Support.
All right, motion made, support, questions?
Does this go certified mail? Does it go general mail?
I think that it's only required to be sent first-class mail. But I also represent to council that I'm going to continue to respond to this phone message I got last Thursday. I've been unsuccessful in 2 attempts, but I want to have a dialogue with this person because she did reach out, and I sense that she was sincere in her wish to bring this to a conclusion. So hopefully, council's action tonight will spur that desire even further.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Call the roll, please.
Laporte,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Bowles,
Yes.
Westrick,
Yes.
Fowler,
Yes.
Koopa,
Yes.
Cedar.
Yes,
Resolution adopted.
thank you. Number 6, Sports Administration, Mr. Steve, you got anything?
The only thing I would comment on, I just want to update so that it's publicly heard, is I do appreciate the waste management problem calls from residents. I'm pleased to say in one aspect that waste management has been very responsive to the extent that their field personnel, their supervisors, and through the assistance of the city clerk relaying messages back to them, we have got responses. One of the more, I guess, I don't know how to phrase it other than maybe annoying things, is the drainage of a truck of hydraulic fluid for blocks and blocks and blocks. They have, then I'll give the other bromide to that, they have actually set out cleanup crews or subcontractors to try to spray that off of the streets where it goes. The assurance that I wanted was that they don't use these trucks in the city, or that they make necessary repairs, or I said, if I have to turn it in the commercial code division, we'll have to, because that's just on top of the changes the citizens are dealing with. It's really an ugly mark out there. Unfortunately, and many of those who work with chemicals more than I know, that the hydraulic fluid is the type of fluid that goes into an asphalt surface and it doesn't spray off. It doesn't come out well. So we've tried to impress on them in every way that this is not one of those things you just wave your hand and fix, that it's there and people will remember it. So we are working on it to the best. I know that always sounds like when they miss a pickup or something, what are you doing with waste management? Well, they are working on a brochure that will be republished to the community. We have looked at, I think, the 3rd draft now this week. They have a website that'll be the St. Clair website so that you can go and find answers and problems. And we are putting them in our new contact system so that they'll be able to go directly to it. So all that said is it has been a big chunk of time in my first few months here, and I hope that we do not talk about this much in the future. And I think they are putting some effort to it, but again, proof is in the pudding, and we'll see how that turns out. But I did want to say that to the people, that it is constantly being worked on. That's all I had, Mr. Mayor.
Any questions for Mr.
I got a
Sanders?
question. I know we all got that letter in the packet, but I did have a mother approach me over the weekend about the generator or heater for the pool.
Yes.
Are we planning on replacing it, or what's the game plan with that?
I don't want to make it sound like, it's the biggest issue the city faces, but right now it's a gray area, to say the least. We're not budgeted to replace it this year. And in moving forward, I mean, certainly I could get bids and talk about replacing it, but also I think it needs some guidance generally from council, because how much do you want to invest in something that may need more substantive repairs in the next few years? So we've been trying to actually see if there's any donations, contributions, or anybody else would partner in with us a little to defray that cost. And so far, I have heard, even through today, that everybody swam in the pool once, and everybody liked the heater. But it isn't our desire to hold up that fix, but it is a lot of money, and it's the kind of thing that you want your return on investment to last a few years in that situation. So unfortunately, Counselor, that's kind of where we are.
Okay.
I mean, I'll do whatever direction, mayor and council want to do, but it's
What's something like that cost?
$40,000 to $45,000.
Are you kidding me?
No, I want to be clear that it's not like I could have run down to the hardware store and picked up a heater. It's $40,000 to $45,000. It works. It's a big gas old one. I mean, it'll be replaced with a new one, but yeah, it's not. We've got some estimates already, and Recreation did. So, yeah, it's I'm not being miserly about it. It really is a chunk of change.
So I was gonna talk to you guys later, but since we're talking about it, so the original deal was when Semco came to St. Clair when there was no heater, we're gonna give you the heater because we're gonna sell you the gas. And that's the way it went.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask, anybody got any connection to Semco? Okay, cause I'm working on one right now. I got, trying to get his email, and if I can get that. I'm not saying they're gonna give us another heater, but maybe we can work something out with them. They give us some sort of goodwill half off discount or something. I don't know. I'm working on it, but you never know. If anybody knows anybody at Semco, oh. Anyway, anybody else, anything from Mr. Duchesne? Mr. Downey, anything?
Your Honor, last Thursday, August 14, the Dangerous Buildings Commission convened to discuss a complaint from administration about property located at 300 North Kearney Drive, the Hampton Manor Senior Assisted Living Project. I want to thank Mr. Lickenhoff and administration for putting together a very thorough packet. The evidence was adduced at a hearing, a very well-attended hearing, I might add, and the Dangerous Buildings Commission unanimously found that the property was a dangerous building as described in our ordinance. So I'm in the process right now of reducing the testimony, the exhibits, into findings of fact and an order that will be served. It has to be done within a 5-day window, so I'm hoping to get that out tomorrow to the property owner. And the Dangerous Buildings Commission has given the property owner 60 days to bring the property into compliance, or else the commission has authorized the city attorney to begin the process of having the building demolished. There are a number of people, neighbors, whose properties abut that parcel, and they all came and gave very passionate testimony about what it's been like to live next to this place over the last couple of years, with essentially the neglect and the flooding that's occurred there. So it was a very well-handled meeting, from my opinion, by administration, and I think the commission arrived at the right conclusion. So that's a pretty significant milepost in the resolution of that blighted property.
Thank you. Any questions, Mr. Downey? Any city departments tonight? Authorities, boards, commissions, committee chairs, council reps? You have no unfinished business. Go to number 8, new business. A, approve MML liability and property renewal.
I'll start out there, Mr. Mayor. I recommend and support the staff's recommendation to renew with the liability and property pool. As you know, just a moment, for those who already know, I'm sorry to take a second, but for those who don't, the MML liability and property pool was formed. It's a nonprofit owned by and operated by municipalities. You're a member and a voting member of this. The reason that it was put together many years ago is that municipalities are incredibly hard to insure. Our liability is extensive. Our coverages range from police cases to slip, trips, and falls, to bad water and beyond. It's a specialty in the market itself. We did not seek bids this year because frankly, I can absolutely put money on the barrel that the liability pool will highly likely win any competition because private sector putting these together is very difficult. Plus you have specialized legal counsel, a lot of things. That being said, if you'd like to next year have us prepared to go out for it, it takes about at least 90 days or more to prepare for one of these kind of quotes. So there's only one or two other public nonprofits that I know of in the business. And there are some privates who believe sometimes they like to compete and they put together a lot of things, but this is extremely important stuff. This is not an area that you're gonna take the person with a shingle out the back door on because it's critical stuff. So the pool quote was very reasonable. It's within, I checked with some other communities. It is consistent with their renewals. The premium increase is $7,256. And that's based primarily on the city's values, additional vehicles, 2 additional police officers. So I think when we look at the all of it and what's got to be kept in mind as a member, you get a rebate renewal. You get a renewal every year if it's judged by the board based on performance to be warranted. So the actual cost comes down on that. So I do recommend it as forwarded to you by the staff, and if Annette has anything to add that I missed, I'll be happy to turn the floor to her.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Support.
Questions? Call the roll, please.
Paul,
Yes.
Folds,
Yes.
Westrick,
Yes.
Fowler,
Yes.
Koopa,
Yes.
Laporte,
Yes.
Peter.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
All right, new business B, approved collector concrete servicing proposal. Mr. Duchesne.
Mr. Mayor, I recommend that the city award the bid for Fletcher Bar Concrete drives and approaches to M&M Contracting at a cost of $40,635 and direct the superintendent to sign all required documents.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Support.
Motion made, supported. Questions? I would just like to add to this, and it doesn't have to be part of the motion, but I would ask that the city superintendent begin a process of review of our bidding process, just to make sure that all of our T's are crossed and I's are dotted.
Yes, sir.
Okay, has that motion been supported?
Yes.
Yes.
Questions? All right, call the roll, please.
Folds,
Yes.
Westrick,
Yes.
Fowler,
Yes.
Koopa,
Yes.
Laporte,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Peter.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Claims and accounts, August 7 and 13, 2025.
Hearing no questions, Your Honor, I make a motion to approve as presented.
Support.
I got one question real
Yes,
quick.
sir.
On the Liberty, the tires, that's on the one we're auctioning off?
Yes.
Okay, so put new tires in auction, okay.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, they were, little research there, they wouldn't, that it would increase value exponentially over value of the tires, so.
Anything else? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Number 10, public comment. Anybody have any non-agenda items, please? 3 minutes, if you would. Go to number 11, mayor and council. Anybody have anything?
Yeah, I do. Just one thing to mention. I wasn't attending at the last meeting because I was doing marching band camp under the water tower at Solis Field. We were hosted by the Manual Church and Eddy Development Center. We had band camp there for 20 years, and it was really neat to be back again. And a couple things that I want to mention. One is I think our water tower needs to be painted. And second is that the lead engineer, I don't know lead, but he was definitely one of the engineers on the sewer or water treatment plant, is a St. Clair grad named Cody Armstrong. He came over and said hello, and it was really cool to see one of our kids who's coming back and working on our water treatment plant for us.
Anybody else? Thank you. I just want to take a minute and recognize Jim Downey out here in the audience. He did an internship for us again this summer. We did a heck of a lot. This guy made him work a lot. And he's going off to U of M to the Gerald Ford School of Politics?
Really?
Public Policy.
Really?
Yeah, so we wish you the best of luck, Jim. It was a pleasure to come and see you every day. I couldn't have gotten in the building without him. That doggone door that was broken, he pushed that button for me. You want to say a few words, Jimmy?
Well,
Well, I'd like to thank the mayor, I'd like to thank City Superintendent Steve Duchesne, my dad, for all the good work that happened this summer for City Council. Yeah, and I think I accomplished a lot of tasks for the city that have helped me as I begin my career as a public policy student at the University of Michigan. Whether it be writing policy memos or helping people around City Hall, or giving advice to City Superintendent Steve Duchesne. I think my experience with them will help me as I progress as a student and into the workforce. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Can I ask the intern just one thing, is how come when you work for me, you look like a beetle and you went out and got your hair cut the minute you left us? Just wondering there.
It was really nice to go in City Hall and know there was a Downey actually working there that day.
I was at City Hall the other day and nobody could find the budget binder, but he knew exactly where it was at.
He was on the job. Great job, Jimmy.
All right,
Hearing nothing else, Your Honor, I make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Be safe. Remember, Jimmy, fire up chips.